You guys see this number too, right? I'm not just imagining things. There's actually over 10,000 people subscribed to the channel. That is absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you all enough for the support that you've given me. Honestly, I never thought I would reach this milestone as soon as I did, but the amount of support that the channel got over the course of RWBY Volume 7 was just incredible. So thank you so much. And the timing of this honestly couldn't be better, as yesterday I got to finally conclude something that I've been working towards for over 2 years. So the last 24 hours has been pretty incredible for me. Yesterday I defended finally my master's thesis. I'm sure a couple of you may have realized that in the past week and a half I didn't really upload that much during that time. Only one video during that time, actually. And that was because I needed to prepare for my master's thesis defense, as I had to give a half-hour presentation in front of a panel of 6 university professors, and then they got an hour to grill me with questions where I had to answer them defending why I did the research I did for the past 2 years. So yeah, that was pretty stressful, and reaching 10,000 subscribers after that is better than anything I could have ever asked for. So thank you. And for those of you who may not know what a master's degree is, if you go to university, the first degree you go for is a bachelor's degree, and that takes 3 to 4 years of going to classes, etc. And then after that, you can talk to a professor and go work under them for another 2 years or so, and that you will get a master's degree. In the sciences, you go work in a lab for 2 years doing research on a project, and with the end goal of eventually publishing a paper. Somehow I did manage that. If you're interested, I can, make a separate video on results and what I did the past 2 years, the research that I've went in, because chemistry may be interesting to some people, but if there's interest, I would be happy to make a video on that. But otherwise, yeah, unofficially, I am now a master of chemistry, or rather, I have a master's degree specializing in chemistry. Unofficially, because I don't actually have the piece of paper in my hand yet. I won't get that until later in the summer, but yeah, it's a bit of news I get to share with all of you. But back to the main topic at hand, 10,000 subscribers. Because I've reached this milestone, there are a few things that I want to do, one of which I will unfortunately have to postpone, as given the state of the world, it's not really feasible right now. I want to do a giveaway. Not just one giveaway, though, for 10,000 subscribers, but also for past subscriber milestones. 3,000, 4, and 5,000 subscribers. I didn't do giveaways when I hit those milestones before, as it was the middle of Volume 7, and there were still other school things going on, so it wasn't really the greatest time. And after Volume 7 finished, I figured we were close enough to 10K, may as well just save it all for one time. But now, with everything that's going on in the world, hopefully everyone is healthy and safe, and if you can, stay home, stay informed, etc., because there's a lot of scary things going on in the world, and it's, uncertain times, to say the least, quoting General Ironwood there. But yeah, still, I want to do giveaways, but there's no guarantee if I ship something out to North America, Asia, Europe, etc., that it won't just get stopped at Border Patrol or get lost or just never reach its destination. So those will have to wait until after things have settled down. Hopefully later this summer, but we'll have to wait and see. But I can tell you what the giveaways will be, at the very least. For 3, 4, and 5,000 subscribers, those 3 giveaways, it will be pretty much whatever you choose. Whether it's a copy of the RWBY official compendium or the RWBY official companion, that the info book that Rooster Teeth has released about all the different things in the RWBY series, the characters, the Grimm, the fights that have taken place, etc., or it's a series of the RWBY DVDs, Blu-rays that have already been released, whether it's volumes 1 to 6, which would be the giveaway now if it were to happen, or if it happens after volume 7 has released on DVD, then that'll be included as well, or the series of books that have released for the RWBY series, all 4 copies of the official manga anthologies, or including After the Fall, as well as Before the Dawn, if it's released by that point. So out of those options, whatever you choose out of them is what I will give you. and I will pay the shipping and everything to your address, etc., wherever it may be in the world. I'm not going to exclude anyone because there's supporters from everywhere, and, you know, I don't do YouTube for the money. I have a full-time job to support my student loans and other life expenses, so what little I make from YouTube, I'm happy to give some of it back to all of you. And for 10K, I'm going to give away something a little bit bigger, and that is a copy of Ruby Combat Ready, the official Ruby board game that has been released by Rooster Teeth, along with all of the Kickstarter add-ons, at least the ones I was able to get a second copy of. So the little figures that go along with the board game, the extra thick board game that goes along with it, or the character cards, etc., as well as the extra missions and add-ons that go with the game. I was able to get an extra copy of all of them, and I am happy to give that away for 10,000 subscribers. But of course, if you end up winning that and it's not something you're interested in, then I will be happy to sub that out for something else that you might be interested in, etc. But yeah, those giveaways will be taking place later on when things can be, you know, more assuredly have a chance of getting to their overall destination. But in the meantime, what I can do is a Q&A. If you guys are interested in that, at least post any questions you have for me in the comments below. Honestly, I'm an open book. Ask me anything you want, as long as it's not gonna, you know, trigger YouTube to flag the video for any reason or another. So yeah, let me know whatever your questions you have for me. Leave them in the comments, and depending on how many there are, I'll try to answer as many as I can in a video over the weekend. So yeah. And one last thing I've always wanted to do upon reaching 10,000 subscribers, ever since I first started the channel, is something honestly a little bit selfish, but I've always been a fan of the fairy tale series, both the manga and the anime, and a large part of that is because of the sense of family that comes along with being part of a guild. And that's something that I've always wanted to establish by making this channel, creating a positive space within the Ruby fandom, as I know it can be very negative at times. Create a place where people can share ideas as free from judgment as possible, because it still is the internet and there's still judgmental people out there, but for positive people to come together and share in something that we all love, that being the Ruby series. And so I would like to take the opportunity to establish this channel as a guild, as a family, that all of us are part of something larger. And, you know, every good guild needs its name, and I've been kind of leaning towards the name the Guild of the Eternal Flame. As corny as it may sound, it kind of comes with its own little saying. It fits the fire aesthetic that I've kind of been setting up, you know, name being Phoenix Knight, etc., but also with each new member that we add to the guild, our flame grows brighter, and as long as even a single one of us believes, our flame will burn eternal. That type of thing. It sounds very corny, I know, but it's something that I've always kind of had the idea in the back of my mind, and I would love to know your thoughts on. Do you think it's a good idea to establish this as a guild? Also, let me know any questions that you have for me in the comments below, and, you know, any other ideas that you may have going forward. Now that I've finally finished my master's degree, there will be plenty of more videos coming out in the future, resuming the Phoenix Festival tournament, as I had to put the exhibition matches on hold for the past week and a half, and I'm definitely planning on getting back to them, as well as other theories, semblance videos, other videos on the Ruby series, so many other things. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you again so much for all the support that you have given me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.